Alright, welcome back to Dunkscore Traders Hub. Yes, good morning everyone. Good morning. Yeah, it is 4th, sorry guys. It's the 4th of June and we're back here to analyze as usual. Congrats to those that made money yesterday. Yeah, those who made money. We had some good trades like Boom 500. It was a good one. Yeah, those who took it, congrats on that. Yes, right about now, we know the drill. We're going to pray and then get started. Father, we give you praise. We love you. Thank you for this morning. Thank you that we're back here for another session to analyze and to understand the charts and get to make money on a day like this, even when we're doing it on our devices. Lord, we give you praise that you have given us the opportunity to do that at the comfort of our homes, of our jobs, and just in our hands, Lord. We give you praise for it, oh God. And as we start today, Lord, we ask of you, Lord, to give us good insights of the market. Let's understand what is happening exactly and be able to use it for our advantage, Lord, to make money. And of course, at the end of the day, give you the glory that you deserve. We give you praise. We love you. In Jesus' name, we've prayed. Amen. Now, as usual, you guys know we start with crash 500. That is what is on our list. So crash 500. Let's get started. I hope my sound is good. You'll let me know if it is not good so that we can sort it out. So crash 500. Yeah, it's been very bullish, but of course it's not been giving us even any opportunity for an entry to actually buy it. So right about now you can see how it has been going without any retracement at all until it reached, it gave us a change of character here. That was the last retracement we saw, and even this. But then after that, we never saw any pullback again to take advantage of it. And clearly, if we look at a daily time frame, we went all the way up there to the highs. Yeah, we went all the way up to the highs. Those highs right there, it's where price has reacted. Let's use that last order block. In fact, let's go to H4 and try to understand where we are currently. So that is the last order block. Did we reach it? Yeah, we did reach it. Then we have this other one right there. Are we going to reach it? I don't know. Oh, this one we never reached it, so we can just take this off. We haven't reached it, so it's going to continue again in a buy. As far as this asset is concerned, we are continuing with the buys even today. We are likely to continue with the buys and go all the way to that order block. We are currently reacting on that fair value gap on H4 right there. So let's delete this. So we may see price react, retrace, and then continue with the buys. So now that we know that, let's now head to H1. Okay, so this is H4. Remember it left liquidity right here, right there, left liquidity right there, So all we need is pull back to grab those that liquidity on those fair value gaps. So how are we going to do that? Let's go first back to H4 and then look at what we've gotten there. First delete everything right here. We know price is making this pullback, and it has actually reacted on 61.8 right there. So that tells us we need to look for buys right now. So now that we know that, on H4, go to H1. H1, that pullback happened right on 61.8. If I enter now, I put my stop loss below this low right here according to H1. So, and I'm not going to waste time, I'm just going to make an entry now. I'm just going to make an entry now. I don't see it coming all the way to this order block, so I'm just going to make an entry for the buys right here. I'll put my stop loss just below this level. I will risk about that. Yeah, let me see on M15. Did I need to wait? Yeah, I think so. On M15 I could have waited again just about here. So I think we can wait on M15. Yeah, I think we can wait for this on M15. If you can leave that entry in and wait for another entry right here. Yeah, if you can. So I've locked in my trade. The other entry will be here, right here. This will be another entry for the buy to take us all the way up. I'm looking for this profit right here. This is your first TP, of course, but then you have another TP right about there. So price is likely to continue all the way up there, but you can first grab this and then wait and see what will happen. All right, so for now, that's it on Crash 500. I cannot say much more than that. This will be the second entry for the buys. This will be the second entry because it's going to consolidate within here. It's going to consolidate within here, and then eventually it will break out and continue with the buys. So you need to know that. And take advantage of it. All right. All right, now let's head over to Boom 1000. Boom 1000. Boom 1000. We did not trade it yesterday. We did not trade it. We knew this was happening. We wanted pullback to this. Those who remember my analysis, I told you I would wait for the pullback to this order block, and this pullback actually happened this morning. This pullback happened this morning. Let's see, what time was it when that pullback happened? This candle here is at 3 a.m. in the morning. That's when price came back to that level. So if I had left a limit order here, I would be in good, actually I would be in big money, what I normally call big money. So pullback happened right there, and now we know that we are going to go into buys. There's that fair value gap, liquidity has been grabbed, but now we need to get momentum to break through it and continue with the buys. Let's go to H4. H4 still says we need sells, but I don't think we will need sells. According to how the day has started, we may actually see buys continue. So since we are on that support, that is a strong one according to daily, even on H4, then we are likely to see the breakout of this fair value gap, and then we continue with the buys. All right, so delete that. Now wait for the pullback. Then my first see, was this hit, was this first TP hit? If it was hit, then that will be problem. I think it was hit, not quite sure clearly. All right, it is a bit now challenging. Okay, we may sell it according to M15 and H1. We may sell it. So all I need is an entry to sell this, probably on M15. If I can get something like that, then I will sell this, but I will sell it short. I'll sell it short, probably back to this level or to that order block. Yeah, just that is how one can sell it. What is that? That was an order block, so I can take it out. It was an H4 order block. I don't need it anymore. I just can have these wicks as my support now. All right, so go back to H1, H4, and now I'll be waiting for something like that. There's a lot of this that can give us an entry, a pullback too. There's a lot of fair value gaps there. The price can easily come for that. Let's first see where this move started from, then we can anticipate the pullback. This move started from here, so the pullback is likely to happen to this, to this fair value gap right here on H1, but we may not come back into that level. Let's wait and see. But yeah, that will be a discounted zone that price can actually look for. So let's wait and see. All right, enough of that. Let's now head over to Boom 500. Let's go to Boom 500. Boom 500. Yes, we knew price was going to continue with the sells, so all we wanted was price to break that and give us a retest. So it failed to go back, but it came back to the breaker block. That was enough. That's when I told you guys we make an entry. So everyone who took this trade, I believe you made enough money. We did. Yeah, we did. When it broke here, it came back to give us some bit of a retest. We entered again. We made another entry, and that's how it went smoothly to the TP level. Those who remember, I told you our TP level was around here, yeah, around here, around that level right there. That's where our TP was. And when it reached, I quickly told you guys to close your profits. Those who are on VIP signals, I quickly told you to close your profits. Yeah, that's where we took our profits from. So now that we know that this is all now taken, this is all now not necessary anymore. We can delete everything right there and now go to H4. Remember, this was a sort of like a symmetrical triangle, and we have seen a breakout right there, and it has come to the support. And according to daily time frame, we realize that the previous trend is a sell. We've been selling. This was just like a consolidation, so we are likely to continue with sells since it is a symmetrical triangle, which is when you look at M15, when you look at daily, that will be like a pennant. Yeah, but we are likely to continue with sells if and only if price breaks this support level. Yeah, you have to understand that is that support level. So if price breaks that, then we will continue with sells. But right now the support is still holding price, so anything can happen. Since it is a symmetrical, anything can happen. It can actually break going all the way and give us a reversal into the buys. So you need to be careful now. In fact, I wouldn't advise you to look for any entries right now, because we might see some consolidation happening right here for like a day or two before we can see some good moves into a new trend or the previous trend. All right, that is enough on Boom 500. It's a no-go, nothing I can do about that. We now go to Vol 25 1S. Vol 25 1S. So what is happening in the world of Vol 25 1S? Let's look at it. All right, so yesterday we needed this pullback here, hopefully to that liquidity or that, but I was majorly looking for this. It went through it, so it did not respect the liquidity there. It went all the way down. Of course, it was confirming the flag right there. It was confirming the flag, and now we saw, after doing that, price went all over. I went again into the buys, into the uptrend, and now it's coming all the way to that upper trend line. So I can delete this, delete that. Now it's coming there. Currently it's on that fair value gap, but I believe it's not going to respect it. It's just going to go through it and come all the way there. But then we may see another pullback when it reaches to that trend line. We may see another pullback, and this time the pullback may not go all the way down. It may only come back to this order block. So this is my anticipation. Right now it's coming there. Yeah. But then now when it reaches there, I will anticipate a pullback to this order block and then breakout. That is what I will anticipate. Or the other anticipation is, if it still has enough momentum, then it will actually continue all the way to this other order block, which is there, and which will be almost close to that trend line. It can easily even come to the trend line. So right there it can do that, and then we get to see the entry that can enough momentum to break out that. So for now this is a no-go. We can't, but I can wait for sales when it comes here, if it decides to give us a retest. According to H1, we can see that we still need sales according to CCI. According to H4, however, we need buys. So that's why I was looking at a retest within the fair value gap I had told you yesterday about here, but it failed. But currently price is above our 10 MA on H4. It is a good signal, and it is above our 10 MA on H1. It is also above our 10 MA on M15, meaning we are currently buying, but we will be buying the whole day. Let's wait and see. Yeah, according to daily time frame, in fact, we're supposed to be looking for sales. Yeah, because we had a change of character right there, and we're supposed to be looking for sales to bring us all the way down below here. That's where we are anticipating buys from. But like I told you, price can choose to, you know, stop from here and then get us into buys, and we are clearly seeing that that happening. Weekly we need sales, so I don't know why we are still looking for buys. So it's a bit crazy. Up there we have a resistance, so let's go to a daily time frame, go to H4. Let's understand it better. Okay, I don't know, something is crazy right here. Something I'm missing. There's something I'm missing that I'm not seeing clearly. If this is H1, it means we are coming right there for that. And that's where we're supposed to be seeing sales. So anyways, let's follow the lower time frame from H4 to M15. That's what we're going to be trading currently until we get enough data on here. When price reaches there, then we can understand whether we are going to keep selling or we are going to come into buys, actually to test, to break that resistance right there and go for buys. We'll see about that, but for now we will keep with H1, H4 and M15 to see what is happening. So if price reacts back there and gives me an entry for the sell, I'm coming in for the sell without a doubt. Yeah, so enough of that. In fact, look at this, look at that. That was a flag, so it means price is coming for that. You clearly see that. That's what is happening. Clearly it's coming to that trend line without a doubt. So if you can get any small retracement here before it reaches there, you can easily make your entry to reach on the other trend line and make that money. So if you see any pullback, whether one candle or two candles, you don't get you don't leave it, just take the trade, the buy, to push you right about there. This is V25S. It gives enough money even on a short trade, so you need to know that. So price is coming right there because that was a flag on M15. So let's wait for this on V25S. Now V75. What can we say here? We've been selling, yeah, and yesterday I told us we would see this, then we start buys. We actually entered a short trade, but it came and took me out on break even, so I didn't make much, but it was just a small trade to get us here. Then we come in with the buys. So it happened, then the buys started, but they were short-lived. Somehow, I don't know where it got the momentum to actually came for that fair value gap, then immediately went into sales, and actually we saw it break it. Wow. So there, let's see, H4, we broke that level, so we can no longer have it. Go back to H1, delete everything right here, and even this now it's not needed, and this. All right, so H4, this is a break of structure right here. That's a break of structure right there. In fact, it was like a break of support. That's a break of support. It's a break of support level right there. That was a break of support. Now we need a pullback here according to H4. Then we come in with sells. That means according to H1, I should be looking for buys. So let's go to H1. Yeah, H1 CCI is confirming that. But why? Because of that other support down below there. That other support. Okay, so if I go to H1, my price is above a 10 MA. So if I go to M15, yeah, the buys are on. But do we have a confirmation? We may never see one. Remember, this is going to be just a short buy, and it may even consolidate for so long. It may be very slow because it's just going to be a pullback on H4. It's going to be a pullback on H4. Did we leave any liquidity back there? I doubt we did. We only left that. I don't think it's coming for it. It's very far for price to come for it. It's too far for price to come for it when it has broken out that support. So I'm skeptical to enter this, but it's coming there. I can enter it, but my stop loss is going to be big. It has to be below this, and that is going to be a bit big. Let me give it one more hour, and then I see what to do with it. But for now, yeah, we are going to sell it. I mean, we're going to see some buys to that level. And clearly here, like I said, we are likely to see some consolidation. We may see it. We are likely to see that, and that will eventually, if price reacts to that, that will eventually tell us there's still a bit of sells within that consolidation. It may still come a bit down below, yeah, to grab the stop loss of the early buyers. So that's why I'm skeptical to enter now. That's why I'm skeptical. I'm just holding on to make an entry, but if it happens and I get a clean entry, I will have to make this short buy. It's going to be a retest buy. You have to know that it's going to be a retest buy according to H4, retest buy, and then we continue with the sells. All right, that is V75. Let's head over to jump 50. Now this took a lot of money yesterday. This made me lose a lot of money yesterday. Yeah, it was still in a consolidation zone. It was consolidating for so long, and I think I was a bit distracted. I was not keen to manage my entries right here, so I made a loss on jump 50. But clearly yesterday, when it made that other pullback, that last pullback, look at what happened. That was late night, of course. Look at what happened, exactly what I needed. And this is where my TP was, of my first TP for the trade that I was in. And that happened, Now we are looking for this liquidity, but we are likely to come for that order block. If it fails, then it will come for this 50% of this fair value gap. But for now, I will go for the order block for that, and then we come in with sales to actually break this support. So this is still a strong support. You have to put in consideration, still a strong support. So for now, I want to, anyway, this I can leave. Go to HM15. We are going in properly with the buys, but I will need a pullback. Then I can make this entry. I will need a pullback here probably. If it happens, then I can make that entry without a doubt. Right there. Probably if it doesn't leave any other fair value gap, then it will come for this, and then I can make that trade to take me all the way up there and move with sales when we get there. Yeah, I think that's it right here. This will be like 50% of this fair value gap, right about there. So if it makes a pullback before it reaches here, then you can take this level as your first TP and the other one as your second TP, because it can easily react onto the 50% of this fair value gap. It can easily react to that and then get into sales. You have to remember that. According to H1, let's see, even H4, not really. Yeah, according to H1. All right, so leave this on M15. We'll come back to it before we close. This is jump 25. Let's go to jump 25. We look at it. This is our second last asset. So jump 25, I didn't even trade it yesterday. Yeah, I did not trade it. Let me see. I did trade it. I was looking for buys right here. Yeah, gave me buys, gave me some profits for like an hour, but then I failed to manage them to break even. That's weird. I failed to break even, yet I remember I told the guys on VIP to break even. So that was what I was anticipating there. So it took me out and reacted to this, of course, after taking the stop losses, went back into buys, then kept on consolidating. Up to now, we are consolidating. So I can do this now. Look at that, the highs there. Now let's see. Edit that. So price is reacting to this support. So it means it's coming down and up and down, and this will be, we may see continuation of sales, in fact. So for now, delete that. Yeah, delete that. So you know that you will be getting something like that. And this will be matching with that other side right there. It can even easily match with this right here as an order block, as a support level, I mean, right there. So that's what I'm going to be anticipating from this level. So for now, all we need is price to break this support on H1. So how are we going to trade this? This is still having, it may give us some fake breakout right above there, may give us some fake breakout right about here, may give us some fake breakout, and then we get into sales from there. So you need to be ready when it does so. Why am I saying that? Looking at M5, I mean M15, this is what is happening right there. Price is reacting on that level. Price is reacting to that. So it's easy for it to give us a fake breakout right there and then push us into sales at any time. So be ready when this happens. If it fails to give us a fake breakout, but it's likely to, because of that conference right there, it's likely to do that before it goes with enough momentum from that level for the sales. So let's wait and see. Jump 25 it has been. So now let's head over to our last asset, which is jump 10, and we look at it. All right, jump 10. Those who remember yesterday, told you, after seeing what was happening on H4, I told you not to make an entry because it was still in an uptrend, and that happened actually, and price went there and gave us that, and that's when the sales began, just like we needed. But for when we are still in the analysis, I told you to close your trades and leave it because it was still in an uptrend. So now I can delete everything right there. Then it gave us that. That was a change of character on M15. I needed a pullback for a clean entry. I never saw one, so that couldn't give me an entry, but the pullback happened just like we had anticipated. You can see it came to the change of character level and immediately buys started, which is what we wanted. So right about now, according to H4, we are in an uptrend, a confirmed uptrend, and price is above our 10 MA, meaning we can use our moving average as our stop loss level or as our support zone, a support level, meaning if you enter now, you can choose to put your stop loss below the 10 MA right there, and you'll be safe. For the experience I have, you'll be safe right there. If you enter on H4, this is on H4, that is on H4, you'll be safe. That is where the H4 that is where the H4 moving average is, and this is H1 moving average is here, and surprisingly H1 is saying we need buys according to CCI, but I told you guys we don't entirely follow indicators. We use price action, but again we also use smart money. So you need to know, since we have here change of character and this was a pullback, then we are anticipating buys. But in as much as we want buys, you need to know this level was never broken, that level right there. So that is a resistance that we have above there. So anything can happen right here. Let me first go to, this was like sort of a break of structure, but not something that we can rely on. Change of character, went up, came back, and now we should be in buys. Why am I hesitating to enter now? I need to know why. Why am I hesitating? Yeah, I'll just give it a few more hours because I'm not yet ready to make an entry for the buys. I'm not yet ready to make an entry for the buys. I don't know yet what I'm looking for here, but I will see it when it happens. But it's not yet ready to give me an entry. The only entry we have is on H4, but not on M15. So, and with low account, with small accounts, you can't afford to enter on H4. So you rather wait for something significant on M15 to give you an entry. So for now, we don't have anything. So I rather leave it. Yeah, I don't want to risk entering on H4 now, because daily time frame is showing we need to be looking for sales and prices below a 10 MA, and there is a reason why price reacted on that resistance up there and failed to break it. So that's why I'm still skeptical to do anything. Yeah, so for now, leave it. So no go, don't make any entry on jump 10, just leave it. All right, that's that said, please, if you don't mind, go ahead and like the stream, subscribe if it is your first time here, and of course, if you have any questions, any additions, you can always comment and put them in the comment section on this live stream. All right, now let's head over to recap, and we call it a day. Recap. Let's do the recap and we call it a day. So we started with crash 500, and of course I told you there's a possibility of price coming a bit down because it is going to be in this consolidation until it can break out and give us that kind of buy. But until then, you can choose to wait. You can choose to close. If you entered, you can choose to close and wait for another entry right here, or you can keep your entry and wait for another entry right here, you know. So it is up to you, but we know that before the day ends, we may get those buys right above there. We may get to see buys to take us all the way up. Yeah, remember right here there's some bit of a resistance, so that will also have to be taken in account. So if you can move out now and wait for a better entry down below, if you can. All right, so that is in fact, I think I should close it and wait for and have an entry right here, have a limit order right there. So if it comes around there, then I can enter it. Yeah, let me have it right here. So if it fails, that means I will have moved, I will have missed that entry. So I'm going to look for just above this order block, price to come and activate my limit order, and then we get back into buys because of what I'm seeing on CCI according to M15. All right, boom 1000, we need a pullback and then we can enter sales. We have gotten one here. Is it enough? It may be enough on M5 and even M15, since it is just a pullback. So yeah, a sell right now is okay. But I'm not going to risk a lot. I'll just put my stop loss right there. If it makes a pullback, it takes me out with about 6. Since it will be spiking, I'm risking 3, so it may spike and take like 6. You know, it doesn't respect stop losses, and I'll be looking for my TP around there. Yeah, that is boom 1000. Boom 500, the other hand, it's a no-go. We don't have any business with it for today. It gave us enough money yesterday, but now it needs to first break this or go inside. But until then, we have no business with it. So V25 1S, the pullback has happened before it reaches the other side. So it means on the next candle of M15, we may get to enter buys to take us right there. This is V25S. Like I told you, it's coming there, but it has reacted on this fair value gap. So all we need is a pullback there. I mean, all we need is this pullback on M15, and then we get into buys again, and it is happening. Let's see, we still have about 8 minutes for this candle to close. So if you can wait for that, then make your entry to take us all the way up there. Remember, this is V25S, so you need to use a clear lot size that will not, hurt you in the end if you put your stop loss near. V75, it's consolidating, and now that confirms the consolidation that I was talking about. So that means it's likely to break and continue with sales and bring us just below this support, and then give us a week to get us back into the buy. So for now, remember, the general trend is a sell, so we need a retest there. But before we see a retest, it's going to give us a fake breakout on this support down below, and then we come in with the buy to take us right there where it broke the support level, on that level there. All right, so for now on M15, it's going to keep consolidating until it breaks out. So you don't need to enter sales. You need price to come and react here, and then come in with a buy to take you all the way up there. So that's what you can wait for. All right, that is that is V75. Let's go to jump 50. Jump 50, we are waiting for this pullback, but if it goes all the way there before it comes here, then we leave that. We may not see it come to retest here to give us an entry for that. So if it doesn't do it right now, just wait. Oh, it has actually reached 50% of that. That's crazy. It has actually reached 50% of this fair value gap. Oh man. Okay, just wait, just leave it for now. If it gives us this and reacts here, then we can make that entry. But if it doesn't and breaks this and continues, then we have no entry. That means we are continuing with sales. So this is jump 50. It's a big asset, so you don't want to be caught on the wrong side. Yeah. Jump 25, it has now reacted to that. That means buys are starting. Now buys are starting. Buys are going to start now. Have they started now? Are we ready for them? Okay, let me just give it a little more time. Yeah, until I have an entry on M5. That means I will be also getting entry on M15, and that can push me all the way up. So for now, leave it. It's not ready to give us an entry. Yeah, for now, leave it. And lastly is jump 10. Jump 10 is a no-go. I may not even focus on it. It's still playing, so it's reacting there, so that means it's coming down to this other trend line. Oh no, wait. Yes, I told you we had a change of character and we were supposed to be in a buy according to H1, how it played out. That was a clean reversal signal right there to usher us into buys. But then I showed you something on daily time frame. Was it daily? Yeah, no, H4, that resistance, price failed to break it and then reacted to it. That means it's likely to continue with the sell and come back to this support on H4. So that's why I'm skeptical right now to make any entries. But according to H1, the sells are on. Looking at where what CCI is showing us, we're supposed to be in sells. That's what CCI is showing us. And clearly, looking at the previous lows and the previous highs, price is clearly coming to this level right there. So let's wait and see what comes out of it. All right, if you want, you can make your entry. That means it will be a short trade, a short sell trade to reach here and then probably get back into buys and push us right there until market is ready to give us enough momentum to push to reach all the way for this from this and that will be that, and then the last one is that right there. And this is likely to give us a breakout on support, breakout on that H4 support. Not really, actually, it will be bringing us into that support. So yeah, that's what I'm anticipating on this jump 10 assets. I'll be anticipating something like that to bring me back into this this support area, this H4 support zone. So for now, that's it for me. Let me wish you guys a good day. Those who haven't registered and still want to register for subscribe to VIP platform signals, then you have an opportunity to do that in this week. Those who want to register also for the mentorship class training, we want to learn how to trade, how to analyze like me, then there's also an opportunity to join the class before we go far. Let me wish you guys a good day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Bye-bye.